Today, we check out our Infinity War predictions, and if it doesn't already go without saying, spoiler warnings ahead. You've been warned. It's your own fault if you continue from this point forward. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You've tuned into the Chocolate Dollar Show.
Hailing from the Midwest region of the United States, we introduce to you the Chocolate Dollar Podcast.
All right. As stated before, we're just going to be. First of all, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to be talking about Avengers Infinity War. We're going through our predictions here, doing a quick review. But before we get into that, I'm Jonathan, all the way in from Virginia. We have. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's your boy, Noah.
Oh. And then to my right here,
Eddie.
And then last but certainly not least,
Grant, because he doesn't.
Elizabeth's boyfriend. All right.
Say hi, Elizabeth.
Oh, hi.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and just start with Noah here.
Okay.
And your predictions as far as who'd lived.
Also,
who died.
I was really, really wrong.
Yeah.
I had a
lot of us were really wrong when it came to a lot of
the predictions. I'm okay with it though.
I know I already told you guys this, but I don't think it was on the podcast. When I went through this, I was thinking both movies. So that's kind of my excuse for why I think I have like a bunch of them wrong.
Almost everyone dying.
Well, because I really didn't expect these people to die like in this movie, but I figured at the end of both movies, like this person would be gone. So that's my excuse at least.
Yeah.
So I'm going by each row so I can see my thing because I don't know why.
Wow, you wrote Jonathan, you wrote a book for a couple of these answers.
Yep. I went in depth.
Holy smokes, dude.
Somebody had to. Wasn't going to be me.
All right, so Noah's prediction for Captain America at the end of Avengers Infinity War is that he will die during the battle for Wakanda.
I was very wrong.
We need somebody to keep track of, like, because we're going to kind of
somebody make a tally.
Ed, you're up.
Ed,
I'll
this
make
is your
a
job.
clicking noise.
Just make a column for everyone for right and then wrong prediction.
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
And then we could do half right, half wrong because some of these I think that we're kind of right.
You just want to give Noah half points.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the sole excuse. All right, so you said that Captain America will die during the battle for Wakanda. Captain America did not die at all.
Correct.
So
none of the original Avengers died.
Correct. The original.
Yeah.
Should we go through Noah? We go through.
Yeah, let's go.
Go through Captain
we'll
America.
just do that. So Noah predicted the Captain would die. Grant predicted that he was, and he went into more detail besides just he's gonna die.
Yeah, Grant, you can describe this one. Like, what I want to hear from you.
Okay, so the time stone, they can reverse time for just a person.
Right.
And so I was just thinking he got the time stone. And he was just gonna reverse time for Captain until he doesn't have the superhero serum. Yeah, and so he's back when he's gangly Captain America.
Which technically could still happen in the next one.
Yeah,
so we could keep that on the table.
He didn't have the line. This is the first movie he didn't have the line.
I could do this all day.
True.
Unless he said it sometime that I didn't notice, but
I don't think he did. He didn't have a lot of screen time, Cap.
No, he didn't.
No, I think Black Panther had more lines than he did.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Probably. There wasn't a lot of time spent on Earth, just in general.
All right,
yeah.
Ed, dead.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I just said dead.
Ed just said dead.
Yeah, not gonna lie,
he was wrong.
Right.
I was thinking along the same lines as Grant here. I just put more detail into mine. I said he'll die in the final battle at Wakanda. It'll be a heroic sacrifice he makes protecting his friends as they get away. This will happen shortly after Captain and Iron Man have fully made up.
Which they never even met up in this movie.
So I can't even get
you were
points there.
Wrong. You lose negative points for this answer.
No.
So Jonathan's disqualified now.
Yeah.
And then I said basically the same stuff that Grant did as far as he'll reverse him, and I can do this all day, which will be the final words before Thanos kills him. I was dead wrong.
Ooh.
Oh my word.
You wrote a book for each person.
Good lord, dude.
I'm just gonna summarize. I thought you guys would be more I don't know why, but I thought you guys might be more.
Yeah, why would you think the best?
I don't know. I figured that you would at least know it, but I was wrong.
Some of these I don't know. You know, some of these I got a little lazy. Some of these I put some thought into. You know, whatever.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so moving on to Iron Man. Noah's prediction.
I was correct.
Noah said that Iron Man will not die in Infinity War. He did live, so I believe that is a point for Noah. Grant said,
for the record, none of us got a point for.
He gets aged to death. Ed thought that he would just straight up die. And the basic gist of mine is I didn't think that he would die, but he would get more of a send-off as far as like now he's the grandfather type character. So technically, I feel like I'm right that he didn't die, but I'm probably wrong on everything.
You're wrong because he didn't get a send-off.
So right now I have
but I didn't say
Noah 1000. Let's vote on it.
He says won't die.
Jonathan was wrong.
He said
Jonathan,
okay.
But Jonathan was assuming that you would never see the character again, so that is wrong.
Yes, but I also said he won't die.
But you were assuming that he was going to get written off, and we wouldn't see him again.
Okay.
Which is basically the same thing.
It's the movie equivalent.
He's not
of
dead
death.
at the end of the movie.
That's movie equivalent of death. Don't try to argue your
He's
case.
not dead at the end of the movie. I think
correct.
No,
correct.
He's not dead at the end of the movie. I predicted he would not be dead at the end of the movie,
and you were wrong.
Just because I don't get points for going beyond. I think I should at least get points.
Can I interrupt briefly?
Can I interrupt briefly? Ed's the scorekeeper.
Okay,
so I think it's a judgment call for Ed.
I'm reading the thing and it says make appearances like cameos, mentor roles. What were you saying, Noah, about him never showing up again?
Well, I didn't read that part.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm giving Jonathan a half point.
Okay.
All right, whatever.
Thank you, Ed. You're a beautiful person. All right, Noah predicted for Thor that he will die at the start of the movie, but will come back through shenanigans.
He was there, but I thought he was going to die.
That being said, though, at one point he never actually died, but he was near death.
No, that does not count.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Okay.
I'm not giving myself a point for that. I was wrong.
Grant said that he will get sent back in time and come back old, but not dead.
That would have been sick.
Half point?
No.
He's not dead.
Yeah, but I said that Thor was going to come back and he wasn't dead, so you know.
But at no point did he die.
Yeah, but at no point was he sent back in time.
Okay, tell you what. I'm taking away Jonathan's half point, and we'll just say no.
If you're not completely right, then you don't get a point at all.
No, here's the thing. Ed did such simple dies lives. He's going to get more points for being more right.
We spent half an hour to 45 minutes on Wiener McButtface. That I went through everyone and just said lives, dies, lives, dies, lives, dies for every single person except like 3.
So the real question is, should we open up the Wiener McButtface?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
not.
That's for a different
time. Those are all
time.
just a joke. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, mind evolve.
Ed said that Thor would live. Thor's alive.
Even though I was thinking the different movie, but hey.
And I'm not going to fight for any points for this one. I said he will die, but he'll be resurrected to use the time stone. None of that happened, so I don't get any points. Loki. The god of mischief.
He was real dead.
Yeah, and we can spend some time on this one because I think this is something that's worth talking about besides just our predictions and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But just to get him out of the way, Noah said he will die after giving the Tesseract to Thanos. I think he gets points for that.
That's a point.
That is like exactly 30 points. Yeah.
That's an easy. That's a
you got
underhand throw. Lob it up to them. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I lowballed that one absolutely.
Yeah. I was going for like off the wall like.
Grant said, punted away, is pissed, Earth isn't his. Maybe try to help with...
Maybe he tries to help with an army.
But gets deleted. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he
did get deleted.
He got deleted.
Yeah.
He was deleted.
Ed just straight up said he dies. I said he'll be on the cusp of turning full good guy only to betray all the heroes in some fashion. Additionally, Loki will give the Tesseract to Thanos. He will ultimately live. So I'm wrong.
Very wrong.
Very wrong.
For the record, I gave Grant a half point.
Grant.
For the deleted portion.
All right, so Loki. I'm
Didn't
willing to bet he's like... No, we're going to move on to Hulk in a second. I want to focus a little bit, like, as like important plot points come up, because we're kind of also doing a review at the same time while we do this.
True. Do you think Loki's dead, like, until next movie?
Yeah. I think he's dead. I think he's dead for good.
I love that actor, though.
I know, which is why it's so
Tom
heartbreaking.
Hiddleston's great.
Is he still dating Taylor Swift?
No.
So did you guys see him getting killed that quickly though?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I figured that they're going to show the Asgardian ship, like, and everything that happens with that, from the end of Thor Ragnarok, like at the beginning of the movie. And so I figured that was the only point that they would have to clean up Loki and his like arc. So I figured he was going to die like opening sequence, and he did.
Yeah, and it's really sad too because like I feel like he actually genuinely was like, I'm a good guy at this point, even though like he has a history of being a bad guy. But this was like he went out trying to kill the bad guy, trying to save his brother. And I actually saw that like, okay, I think this is the first time since the first Thor movie that Loki has genuinely like showed care for Thor as a brother.
Well, I mean, the second and third Thor movies, he showed care. I think in every single movie, Loki has shown care for Thor, but he has also tried to one up him in some way.
I just felt like this is the most genuine, like, I love my brother moment.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
GG.
It's a good ending, but not one that I wanted for this character.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it was
a good send-off.
Moving on to Hulk. Noah said that one half, either Hulk or Banner, will die. Which neither of them did. Grant said they will be separate. They
would separate, and it always hurts the kids.
Ed said loses his powers. Which kind of.
I would give a point for that.
I would too.
That's
because
why not half a point?
Because Grant also said separate, which I don't know. You can elaborate on it.
Yeah, do you want to elaborate on
like,
separate?
No, I thought they were going complete
separate.
Complete entity, Thor, Banner.
Yeah, two separate bodies.
Two separate bodies, which they never did.
I mean, yeah, they didn't do in the movie. But
they mentally definitely were in this movie. But
like, more than in any other movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think I was going off of that when I was like, okay, well, he loses his powers or something like that. That like he can't be the Hulk. I mean,
I meant that there was two separate entities.
Oh.
Yeah. I think Ed gets a point for
yeah.
Because he didn't technically lose his powers, but he was definitely like he wasn't able to be the Hulk when he needed to be the Hulk, and we only saw Hulk in the beginning.
Made him a better
of the movie.
character for it though.
Yeah, like we got some Bruce Banner, not smart guy who has a rage monster syndrome type thing. So, anyways, and then.
We're not going to read yours, Jonathan.
Yeah, it looks too long, and I can only see like 4 words.
Text wrapping.
He's just saying that they're all going to be resurrected.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking like he'll be he will die but be resurrected via the time stone. Hulk and Bruce will be separated.
I want to know something for a second.
Join back together at the end of the movie.
Did you think Thanos wasn't going to have all the gems at the end of this movie? Because I
did, but I thought that at like some point somehow
I thought this movie was ending with Thanos having all the gems.
And it makes sense looking back on it. I don't know why. I toiled over this like I do March Madness every year, where I freak out way too much when I'm trying to make the predictions just to come up with the worst answers possible. I wanted to go back and try to redo these before I did the movie, but I thought, no, I'm already locked in. I can't do that. So I don't know what I was thinking entirely. I figured maybe somehow like they'll get the gauntlet away from Thanos and like the battle.
They almost did.
Yeah. I thought they were gonna use the time. They're not the time stone. The time stone, but I thought they were gonna use the stones more. The ones that they had, not just.
Yeah, they were pretty hesitant on using them.
Yeah.
Like at all.
Or killing them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you a point.
You were pretty mad about that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you a point, but now you have 2 zeros.
I have 2
so
zeros.
I'll just put that.
Okay,
on your
gotcha.
score.
All right, so Black Widow, Noah, you said.
I was wrong.
Yeah, dead. She's
I was
dead.
dead. No, she would live.
Grant said 0 to dead in the first act are more relevant than
the X-Men.
Yeah.
I think we're all wrong on this one.
Yeah.
She was a solid character.
Ed was hoping that she was gonna die. He literally put hopefully in parentheses.
Yeah, I don't like her.
I said die but be resurrected. Will not die ultimately. She'll be in the next movie though. And
wrong.
I mean, she's gonna be in the next
half
movie,
point, I guess.
I'll give you like.
I'm sad about the next
again.
one because like he wasn't even in the movie.
Yeah. So the next one, I don't think any of us can really get anything.
None of us predicted this
because
but
he
he's
was not in it.
But he's not. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
I mean, okay. Here's the thing, though. Do you think the claim it was one of the people who unfortunately got like
vaporized. Nah, he's gonna show up. He's gonna show up.
No, they're keeping the original Avengers for this next one. Like literally the ones from Avengers 1. So we can
presume that he's alive, right? Is that safe to say? As far as like a group.
Yeah. I think we can all assume that.
Well, then we all get 1 point, but Jonathan.
Well, I said he dies.
Just go with it.
But
so
that's a good point.
But Ed gets a point.
That is a good point. I'm just not gonna score that one. How about?
Pepper
yeah,
Potts.
We'll see him. Pepper Potts. We honestly have no idea because she was only in that first scene.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that she faded away, or do you think she's
We
still
have
around?
no idea.
I think that we're not gonna see her again at all. Like until the ending of the next movie or the next Iron Man movie. Not that there's gonna be another one, but like.
So I think this is another one we can't really answer.
Yeah. Moving on. War Machine, a.k.a. Rhodey. Noah thought he would die, which he didn't die. Grant thought that he'd be reparalyzed. No, he's going to make it, but he's going to be real sad.
Oh, I'm good at this.
Yeah, I'm sure he is real sad. He could not find his friends.
I'm giving Grant a half point for that one.
Ed said
that's a full point.
I think that's a full point.
Yeah, I would give him a full point.
Because you know what? He's still technically paralyzed.
But was he really that sad?
He
was average sad.
He's wearing the robotic. Anyway.
Well, he's realistically sad.
Yeah.
Good point. Jonathan gets a full point.
Yeah, I get a full point because I predicted he would
live.
You are now up to 1 point.
Oh.
Attaboy. All right, so
it's for the record, it is Ed with 2.5, Noah with 2, Grant with 1.5, and Jonathan with 1.
and two zeros.
We're pretty bad.
All right, so Falcon. Noah thought he would die.
Yeah.
He did die.
He did die. Grant thought that he would be okay. He's not okay. Ed predicted he would live. I predicted he will live.
Wow, I was the only one that got that.
Yeah. He just seemed like such an inconsequential character to kill that it wouldn't mean anything.
Can we rescore this next year when for my
because I think we should do predictions for the next one again.
Oh yeah,
just kind of try because I feel like that's gonna be a little bit more concrete.
Anyway,
that we can base stuff on.
Yeah. We're all
Winter Soldier / White Wolf, whatever he is right now. Noah, you predicted he will not die, but he definitely did.
I said he was gonna be good, but he wasn't gonna have an arm again. But
he started off without the arm, then got the arm back, and then died.
Yeah, and then died. So you were very wrong.
I think Ed predicted he would die, so there's a point for Ed. I said he'll live, and he's begun to build a bond with Black Panther and Shuri.
I would like to point out that he had one of my favorite sequences in the movie with Rocket. Where he literally picks up Rocket and they start shooting at the Outriders.
Yeah,
I liked Rocket in this.
How much for the gun?
Yeah,
not for sale.
Yeah, Rocket was really good in this movie.
I think.
I haven't seen Guardians 2 though, so I don't know how he is in that.
Other than Gamora, Rocket was my favorite Guardian in this movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Do we want to talk about well, now that Star-Lord's up, I guess we can go ahead and talk about the reason why people might not like Star-Lord as much anymore.
So Star-Lord really sucked in this movie.
Yeah.
Not like he made a bad decision in the movie. I wouldn't say that the character-wise that he was bad.
No, he sucked. Because the very instance that you are first introduced to him again, they're flying around and stuff and they find Thor and he's ragging on Thor and trying to
No, he just came off really insecure the entire movie.
Yeah, and it was really annoying because he was unintelligent, insecure, and just straight up ruined their plan.
But was he any different than he has been in previous Guardians films?
Yes, he was worse. He was worse. In previous Guardians movies, he was insecure, but he was
they've kind of wing things, in past movies. But at least he's with the program.
Yeah, he has some semblance of intelligence, and
I feel like he was though up until he found out about Gamora's death. Spoiler. We'll get to that in a minute.
But
what?
But he wasn't. He was just dumb. Even before he before they Thanos revealed told him that Gamora was dead, he was like, "No, I'm from Missouri," and Tony literally has to tell him that's in Earth. Are you actually that dumb that you don't know Missouri is in planet Earth? What?
I thought he was just that dumb. I don't know.
But that's not that it was almost out of character that he was that
dumb,
stupid in the movie.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, he was more stupid than witty. I guess I was.
I guess I'm gonna blame the writing for the character then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Chris Pratt did an awesome job portraying. Oh yeah,
Chris Pratt was Chris Pratt. Like Chris Pratt is a charismatic dude. Love him, but like I think the handling of the character was just kind of not the best in this movie.
Yeah.
Kind of going off on that tangent too, if I may.
Go for it.
I don't know if it was you guys or not who was saying that, like, because I was mentioning how I didn't like that scene, and then someone else was saying, "Oh well, Doctor Strange let it happen because that's the only way it will work." Because like when he saw every outcome, like that was the one that right one. Was that one of you guys who said that?
Yeah,
I think
that's why he looks at Tony and is like, "Well, Tony, we're in the end game.
We're in the end game. Yeah, it was the only way. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was you talking about him giving the stone away.
Yeah.
Either way,
we can get to that later.
We'll do like a full blanket review right after we get through these guys. I just kind of figured we'd slip in.
But Star-Lord does live or die? I don't even remember.
He dies.
He dies. He fades away at the end.
So Noah predicted correctly, or no, incorrectly.
I said I was wrong.
You said he will not die. He did die. Grant said he will hold the stone when he can, but not dead. He's the least dead. That's he was one of the first ones to fade off.
He's pretty dead.
Yeah. Ed said that he would live. I said he would live.
We were all wrong.
Yes. So
every single one of us.
Gamora.
Yikes. Whoopsie.
Noah predicted she will not die. Very wrong. Grant
she had
said
the most tragic death in the entire movie.
Oh,
that scene was emotional.
I felt like this movie focused a lot more on Thanos and Gamora than anything else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which was awesome.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. You don't, and it's funny because like you didn't really realize, I guess you can kind of see it coming now when you look back and you're like, well, duh, she was Thanos' daughter, but like how much importance she would have in the grand scheme of everything. And like, as you come closer, you're like, well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense now, but just going from the first Guardians movie, I just kind of figured they wasn't going to be that big of a deal, but she has the most personal connection than any other character to Thanos. So
yeah.
Grant said that she's gonna have daddy issues.
True.
She did.
Not wrong.
She says, "You're not my real dad." I don't know that she ever said that or gave that impression.
You're not my real dad.
I feel like that's
You're
her
not my
whole
dad.
life.
What?
That's her whole life. Yeah. I guess.
That's her whole life, though.
Yeah. She shows the real dad and then kills real dad. Classic Gamora. No scream.
You know that no scream.
So you thought that she was gonna live, is what you're saying?
I thought.
I was gonna say you don't really say like anything
I thought she was
gonna
live. Yeah.
Yeah, you never really answered the question on that one. So we were all wrong on Gamora as well.
Yeah.
I do think that Grant should probably get a half point for saying the daddy issues thing, though.
That's like generic, like
that's generic bull crap. Yeah, that's not
like,
a point.
But none of us said it. We all could have.
Okay, well, I could say Thor will probably use his hammer or something.
Exactly.
And like, even though it's a different hammer, I'd still get points.
So that's what I'm saying. It's very generic, like Wikipedia, like this character.
I bet Tony will act really smart in this movie.
All right, Ed predicted that she would live, and I predicted she would live, so none of us got it right.
We were all wrong.
Yeah.
We're all wrong on the next one, too.
Yeah, we all predicted that Groot, Noah said will not die.
I was really surprised.
I am Groot, he's A-okay.
Yeah.
But that could also mean I am Groot, he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
True.
So it was just a bad translation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad Google Translate.
Okay, I liked how Thor spoke Groot or whatever.
He's like, yeah, I took it
as an elective.
An elective.
I taught it as an elective.
See, I was okay with that. I was like, okay.
I mean, it makes sense.
Elective on Asgard.
Yeah.
All right, so as far as Rocket goes, Noah predicted he would die. He's not dead.
Wrong.
Grant predicted...
Wait, was he the only one that lived?
He was the only Guardian that lived.
Well, other than Nebula.
She's not. I mean, she's
a
robot.
She's
not like one of the
Guardians,
though.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's a Guardian. She's close enough.
Grant said his tech is broken and he kind of dead, but not too dead.
Yeah.
He's dead inside.
But not too dead. Then Ed and I both predicted he would live.
Do I get a half?
She did. So I think Ed and I get a point.
Can you retranslate Grant's again?
He's not dead, but he's kind of dead. Like he's not.
So
dead.
half point.
Yeah.
I'll give you a 2. Or well, you're up to 2 now.
Okay, cool.
All right, Drax. Noah predicted he would die.
Yep.
Grant predicted he'd be banished, but will return in the Avengers, or the next one with Loki.
Ooh.
Ed predicted he would die, and I predicted he would live.
Though if any of the Guardians die, it's gonna be him.
That's such an on the fence answer. That does not get a point at all.
No, I'm not gonna try to argue that.
Do I still get a point?
Yeah, Ed, you and I get a point.
Yep. All right. Nebula. Noah predicted she would be dead. She's not dead.
Wrong.
Grant predicted that she'd be turned into
a real girl, then ripped apart like the marionette, like a marionette.
She'll be back and we can rebuild her.
Yeah.
So
were you saying that she's gonna die, or
I was saying she was gonna be alive, but she was gonna be in pieces. But like, she's not really in pieces at the end of the movie.
Okay.
No, I think but she was like kind of ripped apart in the middle.
That doesn't really count.
Yeah,
though.
I would.
He for sure gets a point for the fact that she's alive.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
All right. Ed predicted that she would die. I predicted she would die.
Woohoo!
We were both wrong.
Hopefully, she does die eventually. Though.
Scarlet Witch. You predicted, Noah, that she will not die. She did die.
She did.
Grant said, you killed my boyfriend.
She turned into dust.
You gotta read those emojis off.
I can't.
Eggplant lightning explosion. She's not dead. Just like killed inside.
She's definitely dead. She was killed inside too, but that's besides the point. Ed predicted she would live. She did not live. I said she would live and have a hard time accepting Vision's death. Moving on to Vision. I don't think any of us got. Well, besides Noah.
I get a half point.
He'll be back in the next movie for sure.
Okay, and this one will die but come back because robot. Now, here's the thing. He dies technically twice within like 30 seconds of each other.
Yeah. He came back.
He came back via use of the time stone.
And he will be back in the next one because robot, and Sherry copied his consciousness. I am 100% accurate on this answer. Don't even try.
I promise we can't argue anything about the next movie because
I did say he will die.
And I was say he will die and come back.
Did
you mean come back in this movie?
Yes.
I'm saying end credits roll. Would he be back?
Yes, I did think that he was going to die and come back within the course of the movie.
Okay. So he technically does, but then he dies again and is not alive.
I'm at least getting a half of a point.
Yeah. I feel like we give you half a point for that one.
Yeah.
Ed, you're the final say on us. You're kind of the referee right now at this point.
Can I get a half point?
Grant said, what stone? I don't know what you're talking about. Movie ends with it being ripped out of the
I think
dead or not. I feel like Grant gets a point.
I think Grant gets a full point.
Yeah, it's very accurate that it gets ripped out of his head.
See,
and we personally aren't sure if he's going to come back or not.
Okay, I thought it was going to be like that was going to be the end scene. Was
like it getting ripped out?
Yes.
That was a part of the end scene.
No,
yeah.
but like ripped out goes into Infinity Gauntlet credits.
Oh. There's a little
that was like 5 minutes before the credits. But yeah.
I still feel like you get the points. Because
I think you get the point, Grant.
Yeah, because of the specifics on how he died.
True.
Ed said that he would lose his powers and hopefully dies.
Yeah.
Why are you hoping that they die?
I don't like Vision. He's too close to like Superman-esque. I feel like he could be.
He's most Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, he's more Martian Manhunter than anything.
Which in this movie, he honestly really didn't like.
He got stabbed in the first 5 minutes of being on screen.
He got the poop beat out of him pretty much throughout this entire movie.
Also, for as smart as he is, he doesn't seem very smart.
True.
Anyway, here's the thing. You can attribute that to like he instantly probably knew that he needed to die to remove the stone. So, but at the same time, him being kind of human, he didn't want to die. Even though he knew it was for the greater good, so he was trying to figure out other ways for not die.
They mentioned this in the movie where his entire like mind is built on like multiple different minds. Like it's part Tony, it's part Bruce Banner, it's part Ultron, it's part Jarvis. It's also part Mind Stone. Like there's 4 different
Five. That's
you got
five.
You're
holding up
5. I'm dumb and I can't count or speak. I'm holding up my entire hand.
It's 4 minds.
It's 4, dude. Yeah, no, there's 5 like minds all like vying for control and like power like within him. Mm-hmm. So like
fighting to be Vision.
Yeah, so it's kind of like interesting that they pointed that out.
I said he'll die via removal of the time stone from his head, and then I went like into he'll come back in some vague fashion and whatnot. I feel like I get a point because he died.
He did die.
That's just me. Ant-Man wasn't in the movie, so we're gonna skip this.
But he didn't die, so I get a point. I think we all said he lives, but yeah, we can skip because he wasn't in the movie. Yeah, he wasn't in the movie.
I want to read Ed's response, or no, Grant's response to this though, just because all of his responses made me laugh personally the first time.
Quite funny. Yeah.
Ask Thanos about squishing a bug. He's going to be okay. Maybe like rides a bicycle to the fight.
Yeah.
Black Panther. Noah, you predicted he would die.
No, I said he will not die. Can you read?
Oh, my bad. You predicted he would not die. He did die. I think we all said he lives, and he died.
In this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we all thought they were going to ride that cash train as long as they could. They still are, but like...
I mean, yeah, but he's...
there's a second movie coming out.
Is it after the newest Avengers movie?
Yeah.
I'm really
originally
glad.
It was going to be a part 1, part 2 thing, and they were going to just film it all at once and then split it in half.
He's coming back in the next one for sure. Then if there's another movie,
I'm glad that 3 out of 4 of us have all wrote dead by DED at some point.
At some point or another, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to Spider-Man. Noah, you said he will not die, but he did.
He
die.
had the most probably emotional death, of any of the Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah, which I think you told me that he ad-libbed it.
He ad-libbed it, yeah. Tom Holland's the best. He freaking just
that he wasn't supposed to die, and he was just like...
Well, no, he was going to die, but he, like, ad-libbed his personal death.
He's like, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Or I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Stark, I don't feel so good.
Yeah. All right, Grant said he's DED, makes us laugh before Thanos kills him. Suddenly he's brought back.
Kills him suddenly.
Really dead? Oh, kills him suddenly.
Yeah, do you see where the punctuation in that
sentence is? Wow, you are struggling, dude.
What were you intending with he's brought back or wasn't really dead? Were you intending for this movie or next movie?
I was kind of intending for this movie. I really thought that
I
really thought that the team was going to use that time stone.
Yeah, they really didn't.
I did too. I predicted he would die but be revived via use of the time stone.
Team Avengers really dropped the ball on using it.
For the record, I realize I don't think I put it anywhere in here, but I was pretty sure, because you guys mentioned the time stone, I was pretty sure people were going to die in this movie and be brought back, like in the next one, that they were going to do that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't get any points for that, but...
All right, so I think we were all wrong as far as that goes. I think we all predicted he'd be alive.
I gave Grant a half point.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair. All right, so for Doctor Strange, Noah, you said he will not die. He did die. Grant said he's okay, but he's like, I'm okay. Okay, he'll gather the new Avengers.
He's okay, but like I'm okay. Okay.
Yeah, like the fake I'm okay, where you're not really okay.
So like dead.
No, like Iron Man PTSD. Okay.
Yeah, we all got this guy wrong. Wong, we don't know what happened to him. He just kind of chickened out.
He's fine.
He kind of just went, I'm going to go take care of this house. See you guys. Good luck.
The sanctum's unguarded.
Space without a rocket.
Rip, he gets 1 minute screen time. You were right about that, Grant.
It was like a minute and a half.
Space without a rocket. And
he had comparable screen time to, like, I don't know,
Pepper
Captain
Potts.
America. Pepper.
Yeah, to Captain America. He had as much screen time as Cap.
Comparable, yeah.
I say we haven't seen a body, so he's alive. So I'm gonna say Jonathan gets a point.
Okay, I'll take it.
I would say.
We don't really know. Yeah.
We don't know no body. They're alive.
I could take a half point, maybe. Just because we don't know.
Then we all get a half point.
No.
Because we don't know.
You have a good point.
Let's just ignore that one.
We're gonna
move on to Mantis.
Mantis, I think we all got this wrong except for Ed.
She dies.
correct. She does die.
You gotta read mine though.
You said that she would become Thanos' therapist.
Yeah.
She did calm him down during that.
She did lull him to sleep, so I mean, you get half points for that one.
What does she do?
I think that's
she
bold
can
to give me
influence
anything for that,
people's
but-
minds by touch, and she can make people sleep or
and sense
their
emotions.
feelings and stuff. She was able to sense that Thor was pissed off about something.
Yeah.
And wake him up and subdue Thanos a little. Which I just gotta point this out. She was able to do a pretty decent job against Ego as far as putting him to sleep, and he was a Celestial. Having a little bit of a hard time knowing why Thanos was so hard to put to sleep.
He had 4 Infinity Stones at that point.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ego, the Squidward guy.
No. Have you seen... you haven't seen part 2 of
Oh,
Guardians?
no.
So, Ego's the bad guy in that. That's all I'm going to say, because...
Yeah, we can talk
What's
about
his
the
name's
movie another
Dad?
time.
Now, all right, so Valkyrie wasn't even shown at any point
What did I say
in the
though?
movie. You said...
So the directors,
never mind.
I'll say this really quick. I'm going to say this really quick about Valkyrie. The directors say that they said like she got into an escape pod and she made it off the ship and she is still alive.
That's
but
everything
like that
I read,
wasn't
too.
in the movie.
Yeah, so...
So do I get a point?
Because Ed said literally no idea.
Do I get a point?
I mean, we didn't really know during the course of the movie.
Yeah. Grant said, "Is she single?" I mean, doesn't die, trapped with the rest. Well, the rest of Asgard is kind of dead, so half point.
Yeah.
Let's
well,
just not
half of
score that
Asgard,
one.
Yeah.
Let's not score
Yeah,
that.
we're not gonna score Ant-Man. We're not gonna score that one. Next.
Yeah, all right. Happy Hogan wasn't in the movie, so we're
We
skipping
don't
that.
know.
Skip it.
Yeah.
Maria Hill.
Very dead.
Was she in the movie?
She was.
She
in
was
the-
Yeah, she was in the end
Oh.
credits.
Oh, I like my answer then.
Who? She did.
Let's not score it. Or let's score it.
I think Ed is the...
But she was in the end, so.
Noah and Grant
Ooh.
get points.
I get a point for this next one.
The Collector from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
He wasn't real.
He wasn't real.
So we
So
don't
he was missing in
really
action.
know.
I'm gonna say he's dead though.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely dead.
Yeah.
Well, then
No,
do I get a
no,
point too,
because
'cause he wasn't
if
really?
we're going like anything close to like comic books, the Collector and like what was the other guy's name? The Master?
Grandmaster.
Grandmaster. Collector and the Grandmaster are
Grandmaster
like
Flash.
essentially Celestials on that level, and like
Yeah.
their entire thing is that not that they have power, but they slip in and out of like reality essentially. Well, I know they're not doing that, but like
But like the movies haven't shown that kind of power, and we're gonna assume that he's dead.
I
Yeah,
know, but like I think he could show up again in another movie with just no explanation.
He
So are
probably-
we not gonna score this one?
Yeah,
Or
let's
are we?
not score this one, because it's just too ambiguous
But-
to like...
But I would get a point.
Yeah, let's not score it. 'Cause
We'd
I have
all-
a
we'd
pretty
all
good
get a point,
cushion
actually.
right now.
All right. M'Baku, the mountain leader,
He didn't die.
did not die.
I was right.
He's alive.
See, I was just spitballing all the Black
Wow, we all
Panther
got a
people.
Wow, we
point.
all got that one right. All right.
Hey,
cool.
is that the
M'Baku's-
first time we all got it right, or what?
Yep. And then I can't figure out how to pronounce this character's name to save my life.
Okoye.
Okay.
Okoye.
Okoye.
Okoye. All right.
Should make an ice cream.
Sounds
Okoye.
good. You predicted she'd be dead. She's not dead.
Correct.
Noah is who I was talking to there.
So Grant gets a point.
Grant predicted alive and fine. You said die. I said lives.
So Jonathan also gets a point.
Actually,
Ed
I'm
is
just
the only
giving
one that
another
didn't
one to
get a
Grant,
point.
but
All right, Shuri. I'm pretty sure we all said like.
Yeah, I think she's dead. I just meant to be like facetious.
Okay. I don't know, cause like she's only.
They didn't really show.
They didn't really
her.
show, and like
We don't know.
I don't feel
We
like,
can assume that she's alive, but
Yeah.
we can't answer this, so skip.
Okay.
let's assume she's dead and then score.
All right. Black Panther's mom wasn't in this.
She's
so
not
we're
in
gonna
it.
Skip
So
that.
skip.
Neither was the
Nakia
Black
also
Panther's
not in it.
girlfriend.
Skip.
Ned was in it.
But we don't know.
We don't
so
know
skip.
anything about him. Okay, so this is when
Can
we
I
got
get a
into
point for
general
not really
predictions.
in it? Like he was, but you just said he's not really in it, so like I should get a point. I'm joking. Just keep
Okay.
I mean,
Grant's
you
is
make
pretty
this
good
call.
too. No, let's not score
Which
it.
one? For
Ned.
Ned?
Grant said not seen after initial scene until Peter needed to hide from Thanos, and then Ed said not even really in it. So,
Eh.
I
I
don't know.
mean,
Next.
All right. So
I feel like that was kind of a given though too.
Yeah, like
Ned's a huge part of the movie.
Ned is the key to stopping Thanos, and nobody knew it the whole time. All right, so as far as general predictions go, let's just go through Noah's general predictions, and we'll just kind of go down the line.
So my general predictions were Thanos will have a completed gauntlet, which he does by the end of the film.
So I think you get a point for that.
That's a point. I said it'll be freaking awesome.
It was.
Okay, but here we can talk about the review, right?
Yeah.
This is a good... I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was... this is in my top 5 Marvel movies for sure.
Okay, what else is in your top 5 right now, just for comparison's sake?
Avengers, Infinity War.
The
Iron
first
Man
Hulk
1.
movie.
Are you going in order of...
No, I'm just listing them off right now. So Infinity War, Iron Man 1, Guardians 1, Black Panther, and I'm going to go with Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier? Okay.
Yeah.
I would agree that it was in the top 5 for me, personally. If not the top one right now.
It is
that could
very,
also
very
because,
good.
like, of the emotions of just having seen it and being super excited with it.
It is a different Marvel movie than has come before, like, by far. You know, it changes the game. It shows stakes, it plays with stakes, and it, like, lives up to those stakes.
Yeah, and I think, and we kind of alluded to this earlier, but I think they balanced it really well as far as handling all those characters, because they all got respectable time. But this movie was definitely about Thanos. And
that's the only way for this movie to work and be tied together coherently.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
He's the only constant in any of these stories, and it's the best way to go about it. I think the only other way they could have done it is if they focused on Gamora and she was more passed around, like moved
between the different storylines.
Between the different storylines.
Yeah.
But even that, I think, would have been a little bit more difficult. I think they made the right choices with this movie. Like, I find it very hard to find a lot to complain about. Minus like what we were talking about earlier with Star-Lord not being up to par with his previous movies.
That's like a tiny little nitpick.
Yeah. Like everything you can complain about this is very nitpicky type stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's no glaring plot holes, with the exception of why didn't Thor just cut his head off? But at the same time, you're also like, you know,
that was just a mistake.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, anybody could have done it.
They were all human. Like they all made human mistakes. Like even our heroes, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I throughout this movie was constantly like comparing it to Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. Like it felt like a very middle installment, but it was also a very good movie and worked really well on its own.
Yeah, I likened it to The Dark Knight, mostly because of the fact that like Dark Knight was a good movie just to begin with, but the reason that I think it was as good as it was because of the Joker, you know, the villain of the movie.
The villain, right.
And I feel the same way with Infinity War in the sense of like Thanos is the best Marvel villain to date.
I would say Loki is a pretty good...
Loki's a really good
but
villain.
He's not... I wouldn't say he's a villain. He's just like... he's an antagonist.
I want him to have a good place.
Oh, he definitely
in the
does.
history of Marvel.
He's one of the more memorable antagonists.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say he's a straight villain.
No, keep going what you're saying with Thanos.
Yeah, well, and like, I don't know, I just think that Thanos was a very well thought out character, and you kind of had... You didn't necessarily agree with him, but you at least had an understanding of what his philosophy was and where he was coming from.
Exactly. Yep.
So you weren't just like, oh, he's just evil for the sake of being evil because our heroes need somebody to fight. It was like, this guy actually has thought out through things, and this is just his natural conclusion he's come to. Like, you can kind of relate to that in some aspect. Not the wiping out all of existence kind, but, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was really well balanced. I was actually really happy that Captain didn't die, especially the way that I thought he did.
Yeah.
And I've told you guys this before, so I apologize if it just seems redundant for the sake of this podcast episode. You know, I thought the moment where Thanos punches him out on Wakanda, I thought that was it. And I was almost really disappointed because you can't kill Captain that way. He's got to go
just
out
one
a
punch,
better way. Yeah, he's like...
He took it like a man.
Especially like with how much impact he actually really had in this movie. Because I mean, I would argue of the original 5, he was the one that had the least to to do. Well, with the exception of Black Widow, who is with him the whole time,
and Hawkeye, who was not in it.
Yeah. of the ones that were in, like Tony definitely kind of took the lead as far Tony and Thor.
Well,
as far
yeah.
as, like those types of things.
Thor had a lot to do in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
And Thor was awesome.
Thor is slowly becoming my favorite Avenger.
Oh,
Yeah.
Completely.
Like, I like Ed says, the OP Thor is pretty freaking sweet. Like,
Yeah. All right. So my next prediction after it'll be freaking awesome. I said tears will be shed. They were indeed shed. My eyes did water a couple of times. It was an emotional movie. I loved it. And then my next prediction is Marvel is better than DC, which is completely accurate.
Yep.
All right. Grant's prediction.
Grant's general's prediction. He said Potts is killed very early on. We don't know.
I thought she was just going to be deleted.
We don't know.
Maybe she was.
I meant like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
You also predicted Star-Lord and Thor will meet up with Doctor Strange to get to Earth.
Didn't really happen.
Star-Lord
really happen that
Happened
way.
kind of in reverse. Anyway.
Peter almost kisses MJ. She wasn't even in it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You predicted Iron Man goes to space, and people say his suit is dumb. He did go to space. Nobody said anything about his suit.
Star-Lord definitely thought he was dumb. Nah,
But it wasn't about the suit. And then you said it's the longest movie to date.
I want to know, is it?
I think it officially is the longest Marvel movie.
What was it? 2 hours?
Yeah, I think it is.
2 hours and 26 minutes
26.
is what IMDb tells me when I look at
Jonathan, you have way too many general predictions.
Yeah,
we're not going through all of these.
No.
He has one, or is it just one huge?
I thought this was going to be just
never
the
mind,
longest
that's
movie
mine.
in general for them. I think it might be even the longest even to the next few ones.
It might. Yeah, it very well might be.
I just don't see them needing to take this much time to complete this story.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm.
But what if they Return of the King this last one? And they can
Extended edition?
standard version.
Oh, boy.
I made a bunch of really predictable predictions as far as Stanley will make a cameo. There'll be a post-credit scene.
Iron Man wears a suit.
Make a
all that
cameo.
type of stuff. So we're not going to go into it.
Did you have any that were
what's
actual predictions? Because mine was super lame too.
Yeah, because you didn't put any in there. Oh no, you said
he has
Thanos
one.
is going to seem invincible, but eventually they're able to beat him, and through teamwork and promoting good rather than evil.
Keep in
Which
mind,
you
I
were
was
wrong
powers
about.
combined.
You were wrong.
not if you're thinking both movies. That's still my prediction for after the next one. I'm still guessing that they eventually win. That's my guess.
2 or 3
Well,
good
yeah.
ones here.
Okay, and I'm trying to think. I think some of these I actually was correct on. This movie will start with Thanos finding the Asgardians and killing lots of them.
Ed, what was our total from the actual guesses before the predictions?
Before the predictions, I only gave you a point for predictions. So if I take that away, you had 5.5. Grant had 6.5. I had 8.5. Jonathan had 4.5.
I beat Jonathan. All right.
Yeah, I took way too much time. I feel like that's the only one that I actually feel good about, though, is that it'll start with. But I mean, everybody kind of could have figured that out. So, anyways, any other thoughts as far as
I'm excited for the next one.
You basically took the trailer and summarized it.
Yep. Yep.
But he got it all right.
I felt like that was a safe prediction to make because
it is.
Wow.
Anyway, no, real good movie. The next one's gonna be hopefully as good. I hope.
Okay.
I hope that here's what I hope, that they didn't take all the time thinking up this movie and not the next one.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, that would suck.
The next one just sucks.
You know what I mean? They've been trying to
Yeah.
put the works together for this for so long. I think that they should have designed one really long movie and then cut it in half.
I think that's kind of what they did. Maybe, hopefully.
Well, no. So that's what they were going to do, but then they realized, just budget wise, they couldn't do that at this point.
They have they
what are
put a
you
cap on
talking about, Jonathan? Are
This
you
is
talking
what
out of your butt right
No,
now?
no.
That's not
This
true
is-
at all.
this is all stuff-
This should be early on.
Yeah, this
should
is
be
early
early
on.
on.
This
when,
is all
when,
stuff
when
that
Phase
I
was still wanting. Yeah.
This is all stuff that I was looking into and stuff because I wanted to make sure I had the right information. There was a bunch of different reasons why they decided at this point they couldn't do that part 1, part 2 thing. So they went ahead and summarized it up in this one, and then they're going to continue it in the next one. So it's like it still is, but it isn't. Like they haven't shot the second one yet.
That's not true. They have shot the second one. They shot both of them at the exact same time.
Really?
Yeah, they literally did what Lord of the Rings did, and they shot them all back to back. Next year's movie is already done filming. They're like doing post on it.
While he's looking it up, can we
apart?
Do we want to guess the opening cutscene for the next one? Way too early, without seeing a trailer.
All right. Opening is
I don't think it picks up immediately where this one left off. I think it's like a couple years in the future where they're like trying to.
It opens up with Tony in a space bar.
I feel like it maybe doesn't start exactly where it left off. I don't think it's going to be years, though.
I hope it's years. I hope it's like 20 years later.
Can you imagine? That'd be crazy.
Oh, yeah? And it's going to be one of those characters that's not super important, like Wong?
No, I'm just saying, like... No, I'm just saying, like, because he's like, this is the end game, you know, like, it's not, you know, like, there's still a lot more to go, but, like, you know, end game is
and then they're going to time travel it all the way back to, like, where this movie left off, and then they win, like, everything's reversed.
That's my guess.
Yeah. Wait, I want it to be a time travel caper.
Back up, say that again. You think that somehow they get back to the beginning of this one, and then like it's a Back to the Future 2 type thing, or
maybe, I don't know. I think it'll be some sort of time travel nonsense, but it'll be cool.
Okay,
I don't know.
Gotcha. Grant and I were speculating about this.
We were talking about the opening scene for the next movie.
Yeah.
I thought I was too busy
opening scene for the next movie is 20 years in the future. Tony's in a space bar, getting all drunk because he's fallen back into his ways. Kind of ruins his character, but I think it'd be interesting.
I feel like
I'm not like trying to be real with these. I think it'd be interesting.
No, yeah, it'd be interesting for sure. So I want to ask this question: who do you think is like dead, like they're never coming back ever again, and who do you think has
Gamora and Loki and Heimdall? They are dead.
Okay.
I kind of liked Heimdall's character. Like I really did.
Yeah. I like how they killed him off though. Like it made sense to me how it worked out.
I mean, they showed like his how he was very powerful though.
Oh yeah.
At the end.
Yeah, he was never a tentpole character. So that's how you like.
He opened up a Bifrost with just magic, with no his
dying breath basically.
With no like tool.
It was pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, comic book Heimdall eventually wields the Odin Force and is trusted more than anybody else in Asgard.
Dang.
Like by Odin.
Also, Jonathan, what did you find?
Avengers
that they filmed at the same time.
Is the Russo brothers movie
Told you.
Post production. Okay, yeah, so you're right. But
boom.
Okay.
And that's a wrap. We're taking another point from Jonathan. Hey. Dead Last just got Laster.
I could have swore that I've read like somewhere else that anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. The point is that like it was a good movie. This is really well done.
If you haven't seen it yet, why did you listen to all these spoilers? Go watch the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure there's much else to say about it. It was just really good, and
it was good.
I enjoyed it.
We could talk about it forever, but it is time to go ahead and wrap up here.
Time to go to bed.
Time to go to bed until next year. And I'm super excited for Avengers 4.
All right, I'm sleeping in until the next movie.
That'd be dope.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Chocolate Dollar Show. Subscribe to us on iTunes, YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, all that fun stuff. Until next time, this is Chocolate Dollar signing off.
Bye.
Out.
Thank you for listening to the Chocolate Dollar Podcast. Check in next time.